hire me to join the messenger marketing revolution because most of them are shouting into a black hole with their marketing, feel like a carbon copy to everyone else, and have a lot of trouble getting engagement on and offline. So I help launch a powerful digital message that builds relationships and closes deals with integrity. I use Facebook Messenger to do that, and I teach people how, and that's what we're doing here today. Today is an important show, everyone. Today is one of those little updates talking about Facebook's new, well, I say new, but I'll explain in a minute. There's stuff about engagement bait. Engagement bait gate is what it could be called. No, I'm kidding. Has nothing to do with the gate. Here's the thing. Oh, hey, Barb. Good to see you. The Facebook changes on my bot strategies. Well, always, right? Got to always change bot strategies. So here's what's up, everyone. And I will drop a link in the description to a post from the Facebook newsroom called Fighting Engagement Bait. I typically don't reference other broadcasters. They're super nice people, but I like to get my news from the horse's mouth. So this is what I've done. So you can read the same things that I've read and come to your own conclusion. But here is the thing. So engagement bait, fighting that started it didn't just start, everybody. It has started a long time ago. You remember those posts? You remember those ones that says, hey, if you like blue, tag a friend in the comments, and people would tag their friends in the comments, or if you have a friend that would like this dress, tag them in the comments. And then those posts, because those rode the wave of the algorithm, those posts kind of rose to the top and, became a big thing in the newsfeed. Well, we all know that Facebook started fighting this a while ago. In fact, December 2017 was when they started really putting out the red flag on those posts and really throttling your page traffic if you tried to do something like that. Well, not super concerning on the bot side. For a couple of reasons. I mean, for me, ManyChat had a growth tool that of course, Facebook approved and said was cool to use. And that was the comment growth tool, still in existence, obviously, where, comment a certain word and you'll get something. Well, and for me, I always said, if you comment the word live, then you'll be subscribed. You'll never have to miss another show. So recently, as part of their fighting engagement bait, what Facebook has done is they have said that now if you say comment this word to get this, it's engagement bait. I know. Hey, good to see you, Brad. Yes, absolutely. So it's engagement bait now if you say, hey, say a certain word. Because right now what they're doing and what the note is on this particular post from the newsroom is that as of January 30th, now what they're doing is they're scanning the audio part of your videos to see if you say comment this word in the comments, and then you'll get. They're calling it engagement bait, even though they have a tool of which they approved that a lot of us use from ManyChat. Now, let's talk about some ways people are using to get around this. And that, some people are trying all kinds of different things because they don't want to be penalized. Now, let me back up a second. What's the penalty? They say that your page's traffic will be throttled. I don't know if going, 5 miles an hour to 0 is much of a throttle. You know what I'm saying? Page traffic is so throttled nowadays that it's absolutely, it's ridiculous. This has been happening for a long time now to all of us. I know a lot of live streamers that are like, I have no idea why I'm getting so few people nowadays. And, a lot of us are having those conversations over and over and over again. Facebook is throttling your traffic anyway. But If you are a person who wants to increase the viewers of your show, your live stream show, by buying ads, then you really need to look at this because the folks who are buying ads are getting their ads not approved now. If you have said something like in one of your live streams, hey, comment the word strawberry and you'll get this freebie or whatever. If you then try to promote that show with an ad, your ad will be flagged now because they're scanning the audio for people saying, comment this word and you'll get this. So if it does have some consequences if you are running Facebook ads or you're going to think about doing that in the future. Hey, Ed, good to see you. Teresa says, boy, great way to take the social out of social media. Good grief. First, kill the reach to your own group members. Now they won't let us invite people to engage with our videos and our bots. Yes. I stopped using my page a long time ago. I think a lot of people do. Good stuff. Okay. Caught up with the comments. So if indeed you run ads or plan to run ads, there could be consequences because of this. Most of it, for me, it's not necessarily, I'm changing my ways a little bit. I am not going to use the comment growth tool anymore. And I taught people how to use this thing left and right. Ed Weinberg, you're one of the people taught how to use this left and right. I'm going to change my ways a little bit. I don't think that if you continue to do it, that you're going to face serious Facebook jail consequences because it is not against the terms of service to use the comment growth tool. They'll penalize you by throttling your traffic, which if you're trying to grow a show, that is a pain, but they're not going to throw you in Facebook jail. Now, some people are getting around this issue, and the way that they're getting around in the issue is that they won't say the word comment, and they won't point to a specific word. So instead of saying, hey, everybody, comment strawberry if you want to be subscribed to my bot, what they'll say is, tell us your favorite ice cream flavor below, and we'll subscribe you to the bot. See the difference? They don't use the word comment, and it's a more general thing rather than saying a specific word or whatever. That's how some people are kind of getting around that. But I got to tell you, my feeling is that looking at this post, this fighting engagement bait on Facebook post from the newsroom that they posted, and looking at also the fact that they keep kind of refining that process, that they're not done, means that anything that we use to try to get around that, you guys, I think we might be losing a battle there. So just, think about that. They are, if you look at the post, if you look at, everything on there, they keep adding dates to it. The last one is 1:30 when they started scanning the audio of videos to, for certain phrases or whatever. The one above that is we added engagement bait fighting in these languages, and the one above that is nearly identical. So they're not done fighting this fight, and I think that by the time that they are, it's quite possible that just the type of thing where you comment a certain thing and and then get something else, I think that might be tough to support, for little folks like us. So anyway, want to talk about a couple of things. Let's see. Affects you if you run your Facebook ads. I'm reading my notes over here. It's, it's one of the things that has kind of made me think about how much people like us, small business owners, people who are trying to grow our broadcastership and our shows and everything else, it's made me think about how much I have changed my show at times to fit what Facebook wants and needs, which is not bad in itself, right? That's not a big deal. But am I being too narrow-minded at that? Am I being too narrow-minded? Could it be that what I need to do, instead of change myself to fit Facebook, which is a wonderful medium and I absolutely love it, and thank you for allowing me to do Facebook Live here for many years, and I'm not leaving, but instead of changing what I'm doing to fit Facebook, shouldn't I be changing what I'm doing to fit what my viewers want? Shouldn't I be, I mean, it just caused a lot of questions, because, believe me, I'm just as frustrated as other folks. Red bean ice cream. And I love you, Ed Weinberg. I don't know if you knew that, but you know that now. I love red bean ice cream. It is, to some people, it sounds like the grossest thing. Anyway, here's what I've been thinking about my own show, and you may agree, disagree, or choose another path. But for me, I am looking a little bit beyond Facebook for the show. People don't come to Facebook to watch videos. They don't come to binge one after another and see what RJ has to, well, some of you want to see what I have to say about bots and everything else today, which is great, and I just absolutely love it. But the thing is that I think that I'm, at least today, I'm trying out a new system where I'm streaming live right now on Facebook, in my Facebook group, on YouTube in a couple of places, and on Twitch. I didn't try Periscope because Periscope's, I don't know about Periscope, but I'm kind of wanting to extend my flap my wings a little bit and go beyond. Let's do a show that keeps Zucky happy, and because of that, I'm not going to use the ManyChat growth comment growth tool anymore, because if I'm now broadcasting in 5 places, it doesn't make sense for me to say, hey, everybody listening from other places in the world, go back to Facebook and comment this certain word and you'll get subscribed to my bot. It doesn't, that's not good. So I'm changing my ways a little bit and doing some experiments. I will keep you, of course, informed as to what's going on, what I'm going through, or whatever. And do feel free to ask questions. Ask some questions in the chat. Let's get those going, because I want to cover all of that. I know I've taught a bunch of you how to use that comment growth tool, and honestly, it's by little bit by little bit, it has grown my subscribership a lot. It's probably responsible for 1/3 of my subscribers in my bot. Not kidding. Of course, I do a show about chatbots, so there it is. But I know I've taught a lot of you how to do this. It's still a viable way to go if you want to. But I'm just saying that I want to start thinking outside the box a little bit and start thinking about where could I be? Where could I be where people go to watch videos? I know, YouTube, right? YouTube is, I have mixed feelings about it. Love YouTube, love to watch stuff there. Really frustrated that it really seems like, unless you're 20 years old and you have a skateboard, that you can't get 1 million viewers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not that. But I am going to say that people go there to watch video. People go there to watch someone else do something, and that is attractive to me on the other places that I'm broadcasting right now. So Brad says, with all the recent rhetoric from the Zuck about wanting to build community, let me just show this one. I just don't understand why they would institute this policy to throttle our attempt to build community around our live stream. I know. Listen, I very often stand up for Zucky. I do. Because I support the vision. I support the vision of a greater community. I support the vision of, let's get rid of that newsfeed because it's a river of garbage most of the time anyway. I support, obviously, what they're doing with messaging. I am there with it. But this one, come on. This is no, if I say, comment the word, strategy below, and you'll get a freebie of bot strategies from me. How different is that than scrolling by a Facebook ad that promises you the exact same freebie. Click here and you'll get, you know what I mean? Like how I don't get it. It's not different than saying, "Hey, do this and I'll offer you something." People are opting in by typing the word. Um and growing a community around a live stream, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to get people who want to come back and watch you and listen to what you have to say and interact with all the other people that are there and have fun. But so here's a question for you, Brad. Is that what Zucky wants to create? Is it around the videos? What I see in the algorithm and every place else is that I see them talking about wanting to build community, but at the same time, I sort of wonder what that idea is. What is that idea? Could be something beautiful and wonderful and something that nobody's thought of yet. Or it could be that there are human beings over there at Facebook and they're refining this idea as they go. I vote for the latter. I vote for the latter. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they're brand new bleeding edge thinkers over there on Facebook. And that's what they're doing. They're creating a new experience. They're doing all that sorts of stuff. Wonderful, fabulous, love it. But it may be that they're just needing to refine that idea a little bit because, maybe they don't know what they're looking for, or maybe they have something so new in mind that it really, that it's going to strike us all right in the forehead. Ads drive me nuts on Facebook. I see more ads than I do pages or friends I want to see. I do, Teresa, I get that sometimes. And I go ahead and clean out my, who I'm seeing list. And, to me that works, but, your mileage may vary always. Maybe you just hit on it. They want you to grow your community by buying ads. I don't know. To me, that doesn't ring true. Ads are going nowhere, but the news feed is going somewhere. Also, my darlings, please pay attention to the date today. The date today is April 23rd. F8, which is their annual developer conference, which is where they invite people like Facebook, like ManyChat, like other chatbot companies, people who develop things that work with Facebook and Facebook Messenger and Instagram and all of their digital properties, which are extensive. Lots and lots of developers, people who write code go into this thing. Facebook is going to announce what it's doing new or what its new vision is for the year. It's going to be very interesting. I have no idea what we're about to hear. It could be awesome. It could be devastating. It could be anywhere in between. But just know that if we're experiencing some confusion now with some of this stuff, hopefully they'll be able to, within the next month here, shine a little light and tell us, where that's going so that we can continue to respect the platform, do what it asks us to do. It's our choice to be on this platform. I get that. I'm just choosing to expand a little bit. I'm choosing to expand and see what's out there for me on YouTube, if anything, Twitch, maybe Periscope, although that one seemed like a river of weird stuff the last time I was on it. So anyway, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with this engagement bait stuff. I've seen some videos. Brad was kind enough to send me a couple of screenshots of some others as well, and people are just basically recommending, hey, don't put the word, just don't say comment this word and get this, because that's what triggers the engagement bait. So you may just choose to take that tactic. You may do that. And you could instead, if you wanted to, your choice, obviously, but you could put a banner above your head that says, type this word and get into the bot. That's a thing. Obviously I had that until, today I changed it to something. If you go to bampowbot.com, it'll give you an assessment, a bot strategy assessment. If you are a person who wants to get into bots and are wondering where to start, go to bampowbot.com. I'll ask you a couple questions and give you a free strategy, and ask you if you want to hop on the phone with me. So anyway, but if you were looking to stay with the comment growth tool, you could absolutely do that. As far as I know, they're not penalizing anybody for what the lower third on their screen says. As far as I know. At some point they might. I'm not sure where they're going with this. I get engagement bait fighting, and I get why it's necessary, because that's super cheesy. Tag somebody who likes the color blue. Really? I get it. And I think I must be one of the few digital marketers that think this, but I think anytime you're presented with an opportunity to game the algorithm and get on top, don't take it. Don't take it, sweetheart. It's not worth it. They work really hard, and there's a lot of them, and you're never going to be able to stay ahead of the people at Facebook. And they have a right to curate their own platform. They do. They're going to have what they want. And they're gonna keep trying until they get it. So yeah. So some questions for you today, and I am hoping that you will answer for me in the comments. Questions for you today: where do you want your show to go? What do you want your show experience to be like? Is it something that, obviously you want your show experience to be valuable. You want people to walk away with some stuff. That is awesome. Do you want it to be an interactive, engaging type of a show? Some people don't. Some people kind of want to get on and do a 5-10 minute deal and roll back off again. They don't want to really engage with the audience, read the comments, do all that kind of stuff. Some people do want to engage with their audience. To me, that's why live streaming is so awesome, is because I get a chance to say hi to all my people. You know what I'm saying? But what do you want out of your show? What is it that, if you said to me, RJ, in 1 year, I want my show to fill in the blanks, what would that be? To me, tons and thousands of viewers is not necessarily, that would be absolutely insane. To me, an engaged group of people who care about what they're doing, boy, I'm in for that kind of stuff. I'm up for presenting material that you can chew on and perhaps use in your bots, or perhaps not, or at least that we can discuss. But this is something that I think is near and dear to a lot of people. I did my research for this show in the ManyChat community, and that's where I got a lot of just don't say, comment this keyword. Don't say the word comment, and don't give people a specific word. But now, here's what really got me. I was changing what I was doing because once again, changing my show because of Facebook. And I'm making it harder, and I'm making people have to guess what to do for my show. No. For God's sake, don't make it harder for people. Don't make them have to figure out what to do in order to engage with you. For me, and I know that works for some folks, that's totally fine. For me, I'm not going to engage in that behavior. I'm not going to play the game. And to me, it's really, my page traffic is not something I depend on. My page traffic is cool if it's there. If it's not, I don't worry too much about it. And that's just the way that it's always been. My bigger worry is, am I putting out content that people are able to consume and use? Am I making the case for bots or against bots? Bots aren't for everybody. Am I making the case appropriately? Am I giving people correct expectations? These are things that I use to measure. And then, of course, conversations. Another thing that people do, and this one, I've not put it on my own page yet because I'm a little reticent, but my friend Stephen Healy uses this method a lot to engage people and get them into, subscribing to the bot. And that is something called, it's a page autoresponder bot that basically answers every single person who makes a comment. To me, I'm still a little reticent to use that because people don't know that they're signing up for a bot. People don't know that they're subscribing. I want them to know. I want to be so absolutely upfront about it because it scares people. This is absolutely my experience too, where people, I manage a lot of bots for my clients, and people are writing in, how did I get into this? What's happening here? Even though I know that we told them up front, some people are still confused as to why a company is writing them in Facebook Messenger, because people don't always read what you have to put down. That's totally fine too. But my point being that even when you're incredibly specific about what the next steps are and what's going to happen, bots are still too new for people to know. They still don't know why they're having a conversation with a company in Facebook Messenger. So that's why I'm a little reticent to kind of try Steven's way. But if you want to talk to him about it, I'm sure he'll talk to you about it. And that's something that we're using for bots for broadcasters that we do on Wednesdays. But for me, I'm still a little reticent to get involved in that. Still a little. Am I sure that am I absolutely sure that I want to engage with people in that way, because I want them to know what's happening, and to me, they're not getting enough warning that that's happening. So again, the news being that on 1:30, Facebook decided to start scanning the audio of all of the live stream videos, scanning for when people say to comment and you'll get something. Unfortunately, that's in conflict with the way that the ManyChat comment growth tool is designed to work. And so I'm just letting everybody know it's time to start thinking of, what can you do? What can you do to strengthen your show, to engage your audience, to give them that much more to keep looking forward to? For me, I ran into a deal on something called Restream.io. I don't know if it's still on AppSumo. If you're not familiar with AppSumo, grab your wallet. They provide, they do things like provide lifetime deals on software. So instead of costing you $20 a month, it'll cost you $49 lifetime. And that's exactly what this deal was. So the Restream, what that does is it will publish to several pages and groups on Facebook and your personal profile. So it will take your live stream that you're doing in one place, and it'll put it in all three: your groups, your pages, and your profile. It'll do multiple pages. It'll do multiple groups. Not only that, it will also go to YouTube. And it will also go to Twitch, which some people are, some content creators are moving over to because it's a friendly place and people like to create content. So it's kind of a new experience over there. But we've got Twitch, we've got Periscope, which has been around a while but can be sketchy depending on your audience. And there's a whole lot. There's like 30 places you can stream this thing. It's pretty insane. But so I've gotten a hold of. I totally took the deal and went in on all of that stuff, and I'm using that in conjunction with StreamYard right now. So that takes this one thing that you're seeing right now, we kind of were very excited about cross posting. Remember this? It was like, oh, you can post on your page, but then your friends can cross post it on their pages too, which is really cool. So this, if you can think of this Restream.io, like cross posting on steroids, because now it's on other entire platforms. Think about it that way, and you'll begin to understand the power of that. And so, just coincidentally, with the same time I was doing research on this engagement bait thing, it was this. I ran into this opportunity, and it was like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Yeah, I don't have any viewers on YouTube. Heck, I don't ever live stream there. Yeah, I don't have any on Twitch. I don't live stream there. Well, before I got a hold of this Restream stuff. It's impossible unless I want to do 3 shows. I don't want to do 3 shows. I want to do 1 show. You guys, I got work to do. You got work to do. So this kind of makes it possible, makes the live stream dream real. So that's what I'm doing about this. Your mileage may vary. You may choose to do something completely different, but just wanted you all to know that that's what's going on. Fighting engagement bait. It's a real thing. Facebook's taking it real seriously. It does not seem like they're done. So don't think that they're done. Don't relax where you are and go, oh, this is going to be fine. Because they are very, very serious about the engagement bait thing. So that's what I know. If you're curious about chatbots, if you're curious about, okay, what's going to happen next with the live stream shows and how we're going to create engagement with our audience and all of that kind of stuff. If you're curious about it, come talk to me about it. Go to bampowbot.com and get in there, grab a strategy, and then grab a strategy session with me, and we'll talk about what's going on. We'll talk about what's going to fit the needs of your show best, depending on what you want to do, and let's make it happen. I'll be back on Thursday, same bot time, same bot channel. And we're going to be talking about chat bots again, because I love chat bots and I could talk about them all day. I want to talk about some results that I'm getting with a special type of post. A lot of the posts that I do and that others do and that you'll typically see is announcement posts. Announcement after announcement after announcement. And none of it is really getting into a conversation with your people. So I'm going to talk about engagement posts on Thursday. I'm going to talk about how to write them, how to come up with the material, and different things that some of my clients are doing to create engagement in their groups and in just around their tribes. So stay tuned. That's going to be a great show, as this one was. So, my darlings, that's all I have for today. Oh, Barb says, sure love the quality of the feed with StreamYard. I know. It's entirely different. And I love it. Okay, so very good, darlings. I'm going to sign off right now. Thanks for watching today. Come by on Thursday, and I'll talk to y'all soon.